Hello guys, so welcome to the cPanel tutorial. So we have been doing a course on web design recently, and we talked about terms you need to understand about domain name and web hosting and terms that are related to web design. Later on, we talked about hosting your website. We talked about buying domain name. We talked about buying domain name from Namecheap, from Google Host, from QServer, and some other hosting. So, and I gave a project assignment that you could actually that any of the students taking the course should actually um, go to Google Host and purchase the domain name. So once you've done that, so you're going to continue from here by logging into your cPanel. So now this is your cPanel. As you can see, this is a cPanel. So this, I'm doing this with Namecheap. So this is your cPanel. Now cPanels are the same, either Google Host, Namecheap, whatever the hosting is, the cPanels are actually the same. It is controlled by the cPanel.net, so it's all the same. Now if you are watching this video for the first time, the courses are here. So as you can see, this is the web design course. So you can actually come here and just watch the course directly. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, please hit subscribe. So now let's come back. So you have the first thing here, Softaculous app installer. So what's Softaculous app installer? This is where most of the applications you want to use in building website are actually saved or are actually kept. So from here you can just install them and continue building your website. So the most used one currently, as at this time of doing this video, is WordPress. WordPress is most used as it powers 43% of the website on the internet, followed by Joomla, and then about TechArt, and then you have PHP and Simple Machine Forum. So I've tried about 6 of them here. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think 6 there about, no, 6 library. So you can use them to build any kind of website of your choice. So WordPress can build majorly all websites apart for crypto websites. Yes, you cannot use WordPress to build manage crypto websites unless you build a custom plugin. But some of these other ones, they are focused on certain platform, like Open Real Estate is just used to build real estate completely. So these are the things or scripts you can find on the Softaculous app installer. So let's go back. Next, you have the website builder. Website builder actually um, helps you build your website. So from your cPanel, you can just make use of their Namecheap website builder and you can build your website directly. The next part, you have your Namecheap SSL. Now SSL actually talks about your site security. So if you come to this website now, you come here, as you can see, it's saying connection is secure, and this is the information it tells you about it, that the website has a valid certificate is valid. So this is where you actually put the certificate or install the certificate. But for some other hosting, they don't have this. All they have is let's encrypt. So let me check if that is available here. Let's So it's not available here. So some other hosting panel just have let's encrypt. So that's let's encrypt. You just go there and force your SSL. So for this Namecheap, you just come here and install your SSL on the domain name you want to. That's if you are not giving SSL. But normally, if you purchase a domain name, after about 24 hours, you get an SSL for your website. If you don't do that, you can go to ssl.com and buy SSL, or just go to Cloudflare and get an SSL. Next, you have jellyfish protection. This is if you want to protect your website. If you want to use the protection to make use of a website. By the way, if you're building a website, you really don't need everything I'm going to talk about in this tutorial, because for I think since I started building website, I've never used jellyfish spam protection. So actually it helps you protect fight against spam, but I've never used it because there's no cause for it. I already have other things I make use of. Now PHP, select PHP version. Now this actually help you either upgrade, downgrade your PHP version of your website. So I did a video on how to change your PHP version, but it is very easy. If you are using the script to build your website, sometimes your script may actually require a PHP version of 7.4, because that's what most script actually does. They require a version of 7.4, like most banking script. Most crypto script require a version of 7.4. So this is where you just come and select the version. So you just open it and then you just select. So there are some domain here, but let's just go and then I'll show you. So you just come here and then you select the version you want. Next, you have your setup node.js app. So this I have not used it. If you are building an application with node.js, so you can make use of it, but I have not made use of it. As I said, some of these things are really not what I make use of. Now Python application, if you're doing setup Python application, you can use setup Python app here, and you can set up Ruby app. So these are other things you, if you are into app development, you can make use of. But for me, I just build websites, so I really do not focus more on this. So if you want have any issue with your cPanel, you can contact cPanel support here, and then they will going to assist you with a live chat and tell you what's wrong. Now, if you want to solve your problem yourself, if you have any problem with your cPanel, you can just go to Namecheap knowledge base, and then you check for your problem. Knowledge base is simply a lot of written articles that actually tells what your website is going through, or if you can search there and then have idea of what you are facing. So this is the knowledge base. All you just have to do is to type in what you want here, and then it's going to pop up. So the next is manage share. So this I have never made use of it. I think I've never even opened it for once, so I don't really know. I've not opened it. I really do not use it, so I don't know. For most people they do, but me, no, I really don't. Now, Softaculous app installer, we just went there right now. So these are them. These are some of the platform out there that you can use in building different kinds of website. Now, categories, as you know, this is blog, portal, forums. We saw that when we worked in the Softaculous app installer, and they will did a review of it. We saw everything there. Now, the next part, you have your files. Files are simply where your website is stored on your host. So on this cPanel, you are given a file manager. Now this file manager is where you store your website in order for it to be accessible via the internet. So even this website is stored on a file manager. This cPanel is stored on a file manager. So it's from this file manager that we access it. So if you're building a website like a crypto website, or a website you develop yourself, which you are not installing with WordPress or any of these Softaculous app installer, you're going to put them on this file manager. For example, if you build an HTML or CSS website, you're going to upload them on your file manager. So if you go into my file manager, you're going to see I have a lot of content there, which I post about, which I do about the websites I create and other stuff. So images, this is if you want to optimize the images on your website. So if you want to optimize the images on your website, you can make use of them here. But really, I have never made use of this because it's sometimes not no, I really not find this convenient. I just use my own website, and if I want to change the size of websites, you can see you just look for it and change it to thumbnail. So if I want to do that, I just go directly to tiny png, a website called tiny png, and then reduce the size of my image. So for my cPanel, as you can see, this is my cPanel. It contains a lot of files. So if you go to this one, let's see, as you can see, we have a lot of files here. These are where you upload your files, and then it can be accessible via the internet. So now if we come back here, we have directory privacy. This usage actually tells the number of file usage you have done, or the number of usage your website has actually make use of, the number of storage space or disk space your website has make use of. Web disk also does the same thing, but tells basically on web. FTP account, now this is quite technical, so we're just going to open it while I go through it. So FTP account, it's something like you might not make use of unless you have you need to, yes, unless you need to. But basically I have never gotten any issue that required me to come to FTP account. So if you're building a website, if you want to be a web designer, I really don't feel there's any issue that's going to take you there. So I don't think there's any issue that brought me there. Now you have a backup. This is if you want to manually back up your website yourself. So if you remember, sometimes you go to a website and you see that the website cannot be accessible, and sometimes people website get deleted, or they find that their website have issue. So supposing the hosting has issue and you did not back up your website, you find out that your website start having issue, or you might not have your content back. So this is where your website backup is saved. So cPanel automatically backs up your website. You can download them from here or here. So still the same thing. Backup wizard and backup, they are both the same thing. Now Git version control, I really have no made use of it, so you can use it to control your Git version, but I've never made use of it because I really do not have what to do there. So eNotes usage too, I have never made use of it. I really do not fancy anything related to this. If it's not relating to my website and the web design, most of these things are actually for app development though, but if it's not relating to my web design, I'm not really interested about it, so I don't open it. So we talked about JD spam protection. Now we are on the email part. Now this email aspect has to do with a lot of things. So first, email account. So you've come across emails account, like you see something like support@namecheap.com. So let me open this. I said I would do this in one of my tutorials, so let me just do this right now. So let's go to the email. So if you come here, as you can see, I already have just one email. So now this is a company email, as I said, so you can just access it. Just go to the email and just come here, type in what you want or set it up, and then you can actually check your inbox from here. So let's see if there's anything useful here. Let's see, let me show you how it works. So before that open, this is how you can create your own company email or an email for your website. Once you come here, click on create. Now it's going to ask you to select the domain name. You're going to select it, and then you're going to enter the username. Now the username can either be info@yourdomainname.com. It can either be support@yourdomainname.com. It can either be admin, so whatever you want. So if I'm to do support, I'm going to say support@mydomainname.com. Now I'm going to enter a password, and after that I'm going to click on create. So I'm not creating anything right now, so but for you, this is what you're going to do. So for the project number one, today project, so you're going to create a company email and then tag it at the comment of this video, and I'm going to see it and score if you are actually right, or if you have any issue doing it, let me know. So what you have to do is to come here, type in your name, and choose the domain you want from your list of domain. But if you just follow the tutorial for the first time, then you have just one domain here, so there won't be any drop down like this. So put in a password and click on create. So then you can log in. As you can see, wow, we have a lot of comments on the blog. So these are comments. Wow, I actually use this for a blog, but I haven't opened it for quite a long time right now, so it has just been there. Wow, so I will try to log in and just check something. So this is where you send email, custom email, company email to clients and other stuff. So this is it. It's what you can do from your cPanel. So let me close this. Now coming back here, you have a forwarder. Forwarder actually means that you want an email that goes to a certain mailbox to be forwarded to another mailbox. So for example, you want to send all the emails that enter that our admin or your support account, support at your company mail, to your Gmail. So this is where you do that. You just have to come here. Now you're going to type in, click on add forwarder. So as you click on add forwarder, you're going to put in the address you want to forward to, which is your Gmail or whatever, sorry, the address to forward from. So put it here. The address to forward to your email address, put your Gmail address here. Supposing this is your Gmail address, put it here, and then add forwarder. So every email that goes to your support, so let's say it's support, so support at websitecreator.com, any email that goes here will actually come here. So I hope you understand. So now let's go back to the next one. So next we have email routine. Now for this, I really have no images of it, but probably it's actually email routine. So let's check it. But I really have no images of this. I said some things are really not important to your cPanel. So you just select your domain, route a domain incoming mail to a specific server. Okay, changing domain server. So you can change the domain, your incoming mail server, to a specific server. If you want to send it to another server, it's okay for you, but I really do not do that, so there's no need for doing that. So you have your default address, you have your mailing list. If you want to collect email, you want to be collecting emails that comes to your account here, you're going to create a mailing list and just start allowing them to pop up here. So every email that come to the website will be saved here. So next you have your track delivery. This is really not what I have made use of, because I have no reason for making use of them. So you have your global email filter. This helps you filter spam from your email. The same thing with your email filter. So email deliverability. So this is when you send email, you get notified, or you notice that the email have not gone, or the email is not going, you can notify it and check from this area. So address importer, where you import all the address on your so you want to track your emails which you have sent, if they are, these are the ones that did not go, so you want to track your emails if they are sent from here. So next you have your spam filter. It actually helps you fight spam on your email box. So you know those emails they send to you that they want to use in hacking your cPanel and other stuff, your spam filter actually help you detect and delete them. So you have your contact and calendar. If you want to start saving dates and other contacts right here, you can do that. Calendar delegation, email disk usage. This tells you the storage space of your email box. Email FAQ if you have any question, email client setup. So these are that for that. Then next you have your database. So database is used to connect, if you're building a website, it's used to connect your front end to your back end. So full stack developer or backend developer understand this very much. So they help connect both front and back end together. So for the first, you have php.myadmin. This is where you create an account that link. Sorry, php.admin is when you upload your MySQL file. So your MySQL database or your MySQL database wizard is used to create an account that links your php.myadmin and your file manager, which is your front end, together. So that is that for that. So we'll be doing more of this if we are building crypto websites and investment websites and other form. So next you have your domains. So these are the numbers of domains you have on a hosting account. Remember when we were doing the first tutorial, which I'm going to refer to back again, so which is this. So let me go to videos. So I think I still have the video here. So I think this one. So this one. So when we were doing this, we talked about the hosting can manage more than one domain. So this is where you see the number of domains you have on your hosting, the hosting plan you purchase. Now you can actually redirect a domains to another domain. That means you can change a domain. So let me just open this and explain this a bit to you. So this tutorial is getting long. I really did not want it to be this long, but it's getting long. So for example, you want to redirect one of your domain name to another domain name. So you have a new domain, so you want to send clients to the new one. So let me show you a perfect example. So let's do this. Let me show you this. So now I want to go to a website called PMAstack. So if you watch my browser correctly, pmastack.com. Now as you can see, this is the website I'm going to. This is the link I'm clicking. Now when I click it, it's going to take me to Aztec host. As you can see, this is Aztec host. Now what they did is they simply redirect they use a permanent redirect, which is 301 redirect. Now temporary one is one that you remove after some time, but permanent one is one you're just going to leave. Now you can do all public domain, or you can select one domain. Now you could leave this blank if you want to select the main homepage of the domain. So when I mean the homepage, I mean let's assume www. let me say websitecreator.com. So this link, you want this link itself to go to a different website. So you can set it to, let's say, this myinfoconnect.com. So that is it, and then you click on add, it will be added. But I don't want to do that now. So that is how you redirect a website to another website. So you have your zone editor. So really I don't have anything to do there most times. So if you want to edit something here, you could just come here and play around with some of this information. Please keep in mind changing your DNS. So zone editor is mainly your CNAME record, your DNS and that. So for me, I really do not do them here. I just go to the main account and do them from there. So you have your dynamic DNS, the same thing. So if you have any question about it, you can check your domain FAQ and then you see. Now you have security. Security has to do with most of the security of your website. So SSL, TSL, we have talked about it before. Your site security. So and also managing your site emails, sending emails one forward and backward and just stuff like that. So you have API token, hot link protection. These are all forms of security. So the only one you might need here is this SST and two-factor authentication. So two-factor authentication prevent people from logging into your cPanel. But from my own experience, you really do not have to set two-factor authentication, because someday you might even forget the password. So far, I've not gotten any cPanel that has been broken in. So, and I've never do two-factor authentication. So that's it, guys. So matrix, this gives you the number of visitors that have visited your website. This is error, tells you if you have any errors on your website. Bandwidth tells you your width or your space of your website. So AWS stats does the same thing, tells you the amount of statistics of your website. So let me open this denoter. So resource usage tell you the amount of resources you have left. So let's go there. So for the visitor part, as you can see, my WP admin, which is my website, is my first one, which is the normal website. So this is where last it was logged in and the location it was logged in. So every of the visitors that have visited your website, they are all present right here. You can see them, track where they the browser they made use of and when they did their login and stuff. So let's go to. So now for the AWS statistics, it gives you some statistics or the unique visitor that have visited your website per month. As you can see, we had about 48 unique visitors. We have 53 number of visits. The total page views was about 143 and the hits was 152. So these are all the stats concerning your website. Then the last one is the results. So you have your results. So your site has no issue the past 24 hours. So if you have any issue, any resource issue, is going to show up here. So you have your snapshot and every other thing here. But most of the times you might not make use of them. So we already talked about software, most of the software here. So these are mostly the ones you might make use of. So if your website is slow, you can come here and optimize your website speed, and then you check it out from here. So also, if your website is slow, you can set up your cache, Lightspeed web cache here. So you can cache your website here so that it will look as if it's the same page over time. So this is where you compress your website and make sure it's not slow. So you can do that. Now for cron jobs are simply what makes your website statistic analytic goes as usual. So cron job are mainly used if you are building if your website has to do with numbers and countings, like if your website has to do with what's the right word, updating, yes, regularly updating of client account. So like most of those sites include sites that has to do with counting of increasing of client client's profits, interest, and all that. So indexes, error pages, virus scanner. So we've talked about error pages before, we've passed through indexes. So now we have virus scanner. Now if there's a virus in your website, this is what scans it. You can use it to scan it on your website and ensure that your website is safe. So the last part is your password security, user manager, change language, and contact information. So if you're not in an English speaking country, you can change your language here so that you can be seeing the language you understand. So password and security, if you want to change the password to your cPanel, you can do that here. User manager, if you want to give a different person access to your cPanel, you can add them as a manager here. And you want to contact your hosting, you can contact them from here. So I think this is everything you need to know about cPanel for this tutorial. So I said I won't make the video too long, but right now it's about 21 minutes, and I'm so sorry for that, guys. So this is about 21 minutes of me explaining cPanel. So I hope you've gotten value from this video. So I will do the next video, and that next video will be, the next tutorial will be basically on installing WordPress and setting it up. So for this, I'm going to call this a complete tutorial. Thanks for watching this video. So stick away for the next video, and then if you have not watched the previous one, as I said, this is the previous video, buying domain name. So then you have that. So thanks for watching this video, guys, and I will see you on my next tutorial. So bye for now.